Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 3 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. Let's make it a great week. You know, I have to change that intro, too, because we go a lot more than 3 hours a day. I used to go 2, now I go 3, but we actually go 7 hours a day, so we're going to change that. Create new agreements based on love and respect. Take the responsibility to make new agreements with those you love. If an agreement doesn't work, change the agreement and create a new one. Use your imagination to explore all the possibilities. It's a great time to do it, too, with Valentine's Day coming up, folks. All this card means is that you are in charge of the whole deal. So if something doesn't work, change it. Make it work if that's what you want. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 72, Nasdaq up 27, S&P's up 9, gold contract flat at $1,724 an ounce, silver up 9 cents at $33.70 an ounce, platinum down $9 at $1,649 an ounce, copper off 3 pennies at $3.83 a pound, light sweet crude up $2, trading out at $100.76 a barrel, bonds down 4 ticks at 142.21. Dollar index off 15 ticks at 79.07. Euros down 4 at 131, and the yen's trading flat at 77.57. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. I'm telling you, it's pretty amazing. So, I'm going to bring you all the way back first to the 27th of October. Now, on the cash S&P, folks, that's 1292. We're at 1351, which 60 points over it equals 600 Dow points. That baby there was the benchmark because that baby there had volume that wanted to get tested. Okay? We extend it big time. We hit the first high up. We've been hitting highs with 750. The high that we're going into right now, which is the 1354, that number itself was bad enough, anemic enough. We hit that with 759 million. Well, we tested that today, or we are testing that today. We hit 1353.35 with 677 million. So now you're getting a test of an anemic low with even dramatically lighter volume. It's dying on the vine. That's the bottom line. The correlation now on Friday was that the bears had no conviction on the way down. There's no, that didn't fly either. What you had here is that the bears on the way down on Friday, you only did 750 million. So that conviction's not there either. The expansion on the way down has to basically get into somewhere at least $1 billion. The 750 million doesn't fly. And what does that mean? That means that we just tested the highs again. Now we're going to basically come back and try to get into the lows of Friday. When you basically really take it apart, that's what's happening. Now, NASDAQ Composite. Composite out here today up $27. You're at 29.31. We went to 29.33. The high of last Thursday was 29.30.68. So what you have here is that you are over that, and that says, hey, you can go higher. I suspect we're not going to. Why? Because we just did 1.5 billion versus 2.1 billion at that high, and that high should have been hitting the price point of, let's see, that should have been hitting about 2.7 billion. Let's see if we can get that camera on. I had that camera on. I don't know why it's not showing up. Okay. Bingo. Sorry about that, folks. There she is. Okay. Dollar index. Let's go over and we take a look at the dollar. We have with the dollar out here is this. Dollar on Friday had conviction. It came off the lows with conviction. Today we had a sideways move out here. Today we're at 70.08. And you are back inside. Yes, we are. We're back inside the higher price range. Now, that range, folks, is 78.89. And what that sets up is that, number one, you'll set up first for run to the 79.61 area. Right now it's 79.08. You're going to need more conviction. You know, we had the conviction Friday. We'll see whether we get the conviction. I suspect we're going to, but bottom line is that the baby has to perform. If we get the conviction move, just like on Friday, wide price spread, accelerated volume, what you're going to see is that you're going to be up at that 82 area in a heartbeat, and it very well can be an ABC structure on the way up, bringing it up to 89. Bonds. We go look at the bond market, what we have with bonds out here. What we did today is 277,000 contracts. You had a sideways move. What you did on Friday is that you also went higher. Thursday, we had tested the lower swing points with lighter volume. We had 420,000 contracts versus 495. This is still in a consolidation, tight consolidation. The highs of that consolidation are at 146.11. Gold contract. We go over to gold. We take a look at gold. What we have with gold out here is this. Gold contract today, 100,000 contracts. You had a price spread of 17.35 was the high, 17.17 was the low. You came down on Friday with conviction. On Friday, what you did is you broke the small swing point. You had a price spread on Friday of about 31 bucks, 1737 to 1706. Expansion with volume. That is saying that it's going to make its way back into the 1706 area, and we'll see how it gets in there the next time down. What you do have is that when the gold contract came up to that 1765, that 1765, folks, what that did is that was ice on the way up, meaning in August and September, the gold contract came down hard. We came down with volume. We've been consolidating since then. What is really cool about this gold contract right now, folks, is that we've had two separate signs of strength off the bottom. So how we come back into those signs of strength bottom line, will tell us, okay, is this going to be a buy when we come back into these areas? Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go over to some of these dry shippers. You know, we got a heads up last week. These things, not only off the bottom, folks, you're going to want to be all over them. If we go to dries first, that was up 34 cents today. Another 10%. You know, 10% is an easy move for a $3 stock, but bottom line is that these are moving with conviction. You get wide price spread, you get the accelerated volume, you get equities that have got absolutely smoked for basically 3.5 years. EGLE, we look at Eagle, same deal. You know, Eagle just came from $1 to $1.80. Let's see. I'll pull them all up, actually. Okay, so let's take a look. Eagle Shipping, Rand Logistics, interesting. I think it's XL. Yeah, XL you also want to look at. Bottom line is that these babies are off the bottom, and you want to be all over pullbacks, folks. Thank you, EXM. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. So check this out, folks. There she is. It's XL Maritime Carriers. So this was up only 10% today. Lows $1.37. The highs $5.35. They still lose 50 cents, and they have 45 million shares outstanding. This little baby here, this come off the bottom. Let's see. Last week, the 6th, wide price spread, accelerated volume. It has it all. That's the bottom line. Now, when things come off the bottom like this, folks, okay, if we bring this back, I'm gonna bring this baby. Let me bring this all the way back to 06, and I'm gonna put this on a monthly for you, so you can see how this is shaking out. What you've had is this. The high on XL was $81.99. That high was generated October of 07. The baby comes off that high and hits $24 in 4 months. Does a dead cat bounce to 60 and proceeds down to $3 December of 08. So what we've had is this. From December of 08, so we got all of 09, 010, building a base. That's what you love to see, folks. Now, inside that base, what you have is that you'll see, if you happen to be watching Tiger TV, what you're looking at is this. You're seeing, when we hit the low of 325, you had 83 million shares traded. The next time we come down, we broke that low. with 13 million shares, with 9 million shares. Last month you did 8 million shares. Now what you finally have is that you finally have, I'm going to change this now. I'm going to change this from monthly to weekly so you can see what we're going to look at. I'll bring this back to 09. And what you're looking at now is that you're looking at, a downdraft for 2 years from $8.40 all the way down to $1.37. Now, when you're looking at this, you can see the last time it was really any volume on the way down is all the way up at $6.72. Now, what that means is this. When from highs to low, it certainly doesn't mean it has to go back to 81. This does mean, however, is that you have a price target that's in your sights right now, which would be 672 on a smaller basis. Now, the smaller basis goes like this. The smaller basis, 2 or 3 months. That's how that shakes out. So it's something you want to basically get in your sights in a big way. And the way that the shipping business works, folks, is that when you're leasing these ships, the lease rates, can be $50,000, $60,000 a day. Well, those rates crash all the way down to the price point of 0. A week and a half ago, remember we were out here, it came across the ticker that the first time that a super tanker, an oil super tanker, got leased for $0. 0. All that had to happen is that the firm was paying the gas. If that's not a nice bottom, I don't know what is. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Now, Go Long America. Steve Rhodes, myself, we're doing the Go Long America tour. We're going to be in Denver next Tuesday, February 21st, Spokane, Washington, Wednesday, February 22nd, San Francisco, Thursday, February 23rd. Check it out on the front page of TFNN. We're going to be right back.